In today's video, we're going to be checking out the long overdue Rick and Morty Funko vinyl figures. More importantly, the mystery minis. More importantly, the long overdue, because I know you guys have been asking for this for a very long time. I was waiting for my comic book store to actually get myself an entire case. I could have granted just picked up, a few here and a few there, which I think I might have done a video where I picked up 3 of these. I definitely want to do a whole case of them. So that is exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to open up an entire case of mystery minis featuring Rick and Morty. Here's what one of the individual boxes may look like, or will look like if you pick them up in stores. These have been around for a bit, and I know ultimately I was just a little bit behind when eventually getting these, but we're going to be having a look at these now. The ones I'm really excited about getting, of course, just beyond a Rick and Morty, I'd love to get a Mr. Meeseeks. A Snowball would be kind of cool as well. And, I don't know, maybe Morty Jr. would be neat, but ultimately, there is a total of, let's see here, 5 at the top, 6, 11, that gives us 15, 16. 16 in total. That was awfully fast, quick math there. Yeah, that was 16. 16 in total. So we're going to go ahead and get these opened up. If you are interested in picking these up for yourself, you can find them at your local comic book store. You can also even find them in retail stores as well, like Toys R Us, Targets. Can't say Target 100% because we don't have Targets anymore here in Canada. So let's go ahead and get the first box opened up. That's what it looks like. Here's all your characters on the back. And let's start by opening up box number 1. And just in case you are wondering, there is a total of 10. Ooh, this one feels really small. But there's 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom. That's not true. 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom. That gives us a total of 12. So we know we're not going to get an entire set, which is disappointing, yes, but that's okay. There's not really much we can do about it, other than maybe picking up a secondary case. And I would never pick up a secondary case if I just need to get 4 figures. Here we have Mr. Poopy Butthole. A little bit smaller, yes, but he's accurately sized. Well, I don't know if that's true because we haven't looked at another mystery mini, but he is obviously a little bit smaller than some of the other characters. He's got a little cane and his hat on the top. Doesn't look like he has any sort of posability to speak of. There's the back of him right there. Mr. Poopy Butthole. Let's open up box number 2. I suppose the shake test really wouldn't help. Oops. I suppose dropping it also wouldn't help. Morty Jr., I would think, would be a little bit heavier than the others. That might be a good gauge to tell you which one is Morty Jr., if that specifically is the one that you're looking for. This one also feels really small. Really small. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's Snowball. It's possible. Let's see which one it is. Well, it's not Snowball. It's little Morty. Little tiny Morty. Very worrisome Morty. At the very least, he has a better expression on his face than the Funko Rick and Morty figures, which I've also done reviews of on this channel if you wanted to check it out. Again, I wish they had something in the way of posability. They don't. Just a comparison next to Mr. Poopy Butthole. Morty is just a little bit taller. He probably could be a little bit more taller than that, but that's okay. As it goes with these two, there are like a ton of different variations. I think when I looked at the checklist online, there was above and beyond the 16 that was in the case. I think there was maybe another 10 on top of that. Some were Hot Topic exclusive, some were different variations that you could only get in different retail stores. That would involve a lot of hunting down. That would probably involve a lot of extra expenditures on eBay, which is where I ultimately would probably have to pick up getting those figures. I don't know. In some instances, I'll track down, like, for example, if I want to get, like, the horror mystery minis, NES Jason, which I still have not picked up. I probably would consider picking them up on eBay. Other ones, to fill out the collection, maybe it would certainly depend on the wave. So here we have Beth. Beth, unfortunately, looks like she's got a little bit of a speck of something on her hair. Oh, that came off. Okay, good. Hair's a little on the dirty side. Face is adequate. Angry. I suppose that is accurate as well. Very blocky sort of hands. That's also a trademark for the mystery minis. She sits on a weird standing angle. I guess not sitting is the case, but she stands on a very awkward angle. Mr. Poopy Butthole. So far, all of them I can get to stand. This one does feel a little bit heavier. I mean, I could just be saying that. That may not mean anything at all. If you guys also want to check out the rest of my Rick and Morty reviews, I've got a playlist on this channel designated solely to Rick and Morty. So I've done like the ray gun, the portal gun. We're going to be looking at the upcoming release of the Funko, which is actually out right now. I just haven't had a chance to get it at the comic book store yet. I think they may have not even had it in stock and they had to order it in. So making a short story long, I want to pick up the Funko ray gun, or the teleport gun, the portal gun. But there's, yes, a playlist. That's what I wanted to say. There was a playlist on this channel if you want to go back and have a look at everything that I've done Rick and Morty, whether it be the pop vinyl figures, of course the Funko figures, the now mystery minis, they'll be on there as well. Getting ourselves sidetracked here, let's go back to the review. Here we have Birdman. Looks very good as well. Kind of the back of his head looks like a sesame seed bun. Anybody else think that? Sesame seed bun. Looks good, though. I may have actually picked up this guy. Actually, I can't remember. I'm drawing an absolute blank. But I think I might have picked this guy up when I initially did the review of... Oh, this one does feel heavy. This one really does feel heavy. When I did the first... I think I did 3 of these. I picked them up at Toys R Us, knowing I was going to eventually get myself a case going. But Mr. Poopy... No, Mr. Poopy Butthole. Birdman, I think, was the one that I ended up getting. I can't remember what the other one... I think Jerry was another one. Drawing a blank. I don't know what's wrong with me. That's one of the downsides to getting old. Well, you could probably tell right off the bat who this is without me pulling out the rest of the figure. A very large figure. Here we have Morty Jr. Love the extra hands sticking out from his head. Again, no posability, but I mean, obviously... I mean, there's a size difference. There's also a weight difference. So if you wanted specifically to get this guy, or let's say you already had this guy, you could probably just keep picking up the boxes and shaking them. Okay, that one doesn't feel heavy. I know it's not going to be a Morty Jr. There's Dad, and there's Morty Jr. next to him. Love the coloring on these. The coloring actually is pretty good on these so far. Shy of the little faux pas that was on Beth's hair, the rest of the figures actually are pretty good for paint application. Now we did get a Morty. I can only hope we get ourselves a Rick in here as well. And let's open the next one up here. Love doing these uncasing videos. I was saying playlist for Rick and Morty, but I mean, technically, you also want to just check out Mystery Mini reviews. I've got a playlist for Mystery Minis as well, specifically just Mystery Minis. So if you guys want to say, you know, I think I've gotten a couple of comments. Somebody says, well, you know, can you do more Mystery Minis? And I would say, like, go check out the playlist. There's probably a good 20 videos on there, maybe of different uncasings. Lots of uncasings have happened over the course, you know, the many years that I've been doing this. Here we have Unity. Some additional coloring here on her versus, say, the paler Beth, paler Birdman, for example. You got some pops of blue, some spots on the head, yellow on the top there as well. Not bad. The collar is a little on the sloppy side. Just it looks like it needed another coat of paint. It doesn't seem as vibrant. Other than that, though, it looks pretty good, though. Nice looking figure. We are plowing through this. Just zippity-doo, zipping through this entire case. We'll be done in no time, and then you guys can go do other stuff. If providing I can cut the plastic on here. Some of the shrink wrapping. Shrink wrapping, basically, I worked in retail. You wrap something, and then you take a heat gun to it, and it sucks the plastic onto the package. Some of it, what I was going to say though, is some of it is a little bit better than others. We also haven't gotten any doubles, although now that I've said that, yeah, here we go. I should have said it long before that I actually had started grabbing this one, because I knew I had this bad feeling it was going to be another Mr. Poopy Butthole, and sure enough, that's what we got. Another Mr. Poopy Butthole. Let's just check. Let's do a quick check, shall we? Well, for most part, all of these are like 1 of 12. Mr. Meeseeks is 1 of 24. That's disappointing. Yeah, most of the characters are either 1 of 12 or 1 of 24. Squanchy would be another one to get, but he's 1 of 36. That doesn't say well for whether I'll be getting him in this go-around. Again, would I go onto eBay to pick up the remaining ones? It would, like, I would see myself getting Mr. Meeseeks, scoping him out, for example, on eBay, before I would probably entertain the idea of getting a Squanchy. That's just my thought, but let's go ahead and cut the next bag. Oh, and here we have one that I did actually get. I think memory serves me correctly. I did get this one the last go-around, and here we have Jerry. I think I may have even, at the time picking him out, I might have even said, oh, there's Morty, and then I realized quickly, you're being silly, that's Jerry. Oh, Jerry. Always the doubter, always the cog in. I guess he's not the cog. That would be the thing that works with the machine. What is the opposite of cog? He's the opposite of a cog in Rick's plans. He always... Let's see what we got for the next one. Wow, we're making some good headway. We are zipping through this. I know I already said zipping, but making some considerable headway here. We've only got 4 boxes left. Although, comparing it to, say, Kid Robot, that you get a lot more, you get 24. Kid Robot, of course, you get a lot more. Funko, you only get 12. That's usually what you get is 12. All right. This is the one I was hoping to get. Here we have Rick. Just regular Rick. Don't really need a... Well, there's another Rick actually in this wave as well. And then there are variations. So, for example, there's Doofus Rick. I really don't care about getting that one, to be honest. But then there's also, I think, Drunk Rick. There's Rick with Mr. Meeseeks box. That's the other one. That's the other one. But here we have Rick with a little portal gun. Portal gun looks nicely detailed, really, for the fact it's a small piece. A little slobber coming out of Rick's mouth. Pairing him next to his partner in crime. There he is next to Morty. A good size comparison. Oh, and also, while we're doing size comparisons, there he is next to Mr. Poopy Butthole. Just to give you a size comparison. Okay, so we'll put those guys right there. The only double that we've gotten so far is 2 Mr. Poopy Buttholes. I'm holding out hope. I continue to hold out hope for Mr. Meeseeks. Mr. Meeseeks. Hi, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. Let's have a look here. We are making a really nasty pile over here. Don't even... I draw your now attention to there. I shouldn't have even said anything, but there's just a big mess over here. Just mess. Opening up the third last box in this 12-box release. Too busy to look at her, well, too busy looking at her phone to really pay attention to what's going on. Here we have Summer with her little phone. Actually, you know what? If I flip it around, they put a screen on the phone, which is something that they didn't really necessarily have to do. You're going to be looking at the figure this way, although ultimately, yeah, you can check around, see exactly who she's messaging. Nice coloring on Summer. White pants could have been a mess. Oh, speaking of messes, what's happening? What's happened to the side of Summer's body? On this side, it's not so bad. On this side, I have no idea what has happened to her torso. It looks like it's glue, paint. I don't know what's happening here. Messy. 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 Let's grab... Oh, this one feels heavy too. This is the second last box if you were taking tally. And then after this, we'll discuss favorites, least favorites, maybe my top 3 favorites. The second last box, ladies and gentlemen, probably a statement that should have been reserved for the very last box, but the second last box on this epic journey into the realm of a very late, might I add, considerably late, unfortunate looking at these. I know, I didn't get a chance to look at these sooner. That's the comic book store for you. But here we have good old Arthricia, complete with ray gun in hand. This is the other one I got in the... Now that I think about it, Arthricia, Jerry, and I think Bird Person was the one the 3 that I got the last time I did the unboxing of these. I only did 3 of those, but pretty cool. Second go around, feeling deja vu over here, but another Arthricia to add to the collection. Rick and Morty, I'm just happy. Rick and Morty. The icing on the cake would be if this one here, this one right in my hand, was a Mr. Meeseeks. Let's see. Let's find out. Everybody channel your positivity into this one box. Mr. Meeseeks, Mr. Meeseeks, Mr. Meeseeks. And see which one we got. Again, a last final look at the cast of characters on the back here. Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. Let's see who we got. And the final figure, the final figure. Thank you, everybody. That helped. Thank you, everybody. We have Mr. Meeseeks. I did not plan that. Just a convenient fate smiled down on me and said, you know what? You're a good guy. You do good in life. You're always helping others. Here's Mr. Meeseeks for you. This is for you. Yay, Mr. Meeseeks. And now I am happy. I can leave, go about the rest of my day with a big smile on my face, and everybody's going to be like, what's with that dork over there with a big smile on his face? They don't really know. They don't really know that I got a Mr. Meeseeks. Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. I would say of the figures that have been opened up, I might have to honestly say my favorites are probably Rick. I like the look of him. I like Morty. And I'm going to say Mr. Meeseeks, my 3rd favorite. I might even say Mr. Meeseeks is my 2nd favorite, and Morty might make top 3. Sorry, Morty, but you'll at least get the bronze. What was your favorite figure from this unboxing of epic proportion that we just did on this channel? Long overdue, yes, I know. Today, though, we were having a look at the Funko Kid Robot Rick and Morty Mystery Minis. Looked at an entire case. There you go. Take that to the bank. If you guys want to check out, excuse me, if you guys want to check out some more, let me clear my throat. I hope you don't mind. If you guys want to check out some more Mystery Mini action reviews, lots of action in these reviews, or at least verbally a lot of action, not like dancing around and stuff, but if you guys want to check out some more Mystery Mini reviews, I've got a playlist here on the channel. If you also want to check out some more Rick and Morty stuff, dang nabbit, I've also got a Rick and Morty playlist on this channel as well. You can check out every single thing that I've done a Rick and Morty review on. It's all there, right down to Pickle Rick. You have Pickle Rick? Check it out. There you go. If you guys also haven't had a chance to hit that little subscribe button down below, make sure you do so, as of course more videos will be coming your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks for